This is the first class, video clip 1, physics. Now, before we could enter into the chapter of physics, we must know what is science. Science means to know. It is a word derived from scientia, Latin word. So it has 4 main branches: physics, chemistry, botany, and zoology. Chemistry deals with the chemicals, botany deals with the plants, zoology deals with the animals, and physics deals with nature and natural phenomena. So this physics has many internal branches, namely electrostatics, sound, current, electricity, magnetism, electromagnetic waves, light, electromagnetic induction, and so on. There are so many branches are there internally. In plus 2 higher secondary, we have 10 chapters from these, so which are graded. So without knowing the previous chapter, it is not possible to have a continuity of the subsequent chapters. So the entire 10 chapters are divided into 2 volumes, volume 1, volume 2. Volume 1 consists of 5 chapters, volume 2 5 chapters. In volume 1, electrostatics, current, electricity, magnetism, magnetic effects of electric current, electromagnetic induction, AC, electromagnetic waves. In second volume, light, radiation and properties of matter, atomic physics, communication system and devices, semiconductor devices. Of these 4 chapters, government is going to reduce some 30 to 40% due to this corona and the COVID issue. So which are those chapters they are going to delete? We don't have an idea, and therefore let us start with electrostatics, because there is no chance for deletion of or omission of this subject, chapter electrostatics. So electrostatics, it is the unit or chapter which deals with electric charges, positive or negative, at rest. So therefore it is also known as static electricity. In other words, frictional electricity. How these positive and negative charges arose are found. When glass rod rubbed with silk cloth, glass rod acquires positive charges on the rubbed end. Similarly, when the ebonite rod or rubber rod rubbed with woolen cloth, ebonite rod or rubber rod acquires negative charges. So this experiment was performed by Benjamin Franklin. According to him, there are 2 types of charges, positive and negative. Moreover, like charges, positive, negative, negative. So they are called like charges. Like charges repel, and unlike charges, positive and negative, attracts. Then we pass on to basic properties of electric charges. The basic properties of electric charges comprises 3: electric charge, conservation of electric charge, and quantization. Electric charge, it is the intrinsic and fundamental properties of particles. Intrinsic means internal, and basic, fundamental means basic. So particles mean neutron, electron and proton, like that. Conservation of electric charge. Conservation means constant. Electric charges can neither be created nor be destroyed. The total electric charge in the universe is constant. So charges can neither be created. We cannot create the charges, at the same time we cannot destroy the charges too. So the entire charges remains constant. Quantization, that means measurement. So Q is equal to N into E. This is called quantization concept. So Q, the total charge. So N is an integer. So plus 1, plus 2, plus 3 on the right side, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 on the left side of 0. So either side of the 0, so that is called an integer. So E is a charge of an electron. If you put plus E, the value is plus 1.602 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb. And if you put minus E, it is minus 1.602 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb. Positive means protons and negative means electrons. That's all about the basic properties. Then we switch over to Coulomb's law. In the year 1786, Coulomb deduced the expression for the force between the 2 charges, that is at rest, in vacuum or free space. So ரெஸ்ட்ல இருக்கக்கூடிய 2 ஃபோர்ஸை பற்றி அவர் ஒரு ஃபோர்ஸை டெரைவ் பண்ணுறாரு அந்த வேக்யூமில் இல்லை ஃப்ரீ ஸ்பேஸில். So let us consider the 2 charges Q1, Q2. These 2 charges let us consider positive. They are separated by the distance r, say for example 5 centimeter. So now if you see this, Q1 and Q2 are the two charges at rest in vacuum. R is the distance of separation between them. Okay. So we have considered this distance as 5 centimeter. Okay. Now F21 vector, Coulomb says F21 vector, the force between the two charges, F21 vector is equal to K into Q1 Q2 by R square, R12 cap. So this R12 cap is called the unit vector, which has a direction but the magnitude is 1 unity. Now the F21 vector, we must understand this concept. What is F21 vector? That means the force on the second charge due to the first charge. That is force on the second charge due to the first charge. Which means this charge exerts a force on the second charge and that is represented here. F21 vector. Similarly, you can express this equation. F12 vector. That means the force on the first charge due to the second charge. And that is shown here. Now, when we come to this distance, here R12 cap is there, here R21 cap is there. The difference between these two is, so in this case, the force on the second from the first, which means first from here you are measuring the distance R12 cap. But as far as this case is concerned, force on the first charge from the second charge. So you are measuring the distance from here to here and therefore R21 cap. So that's all about this vector notation. Now let us see important aspects of Coulomb's law. First aspect, Coulomb's law states that electrostatic force is directly proportional to product of the two charges. Product means multiplication of two charges. These are the two charges. The multiplication of the two charges is directly proportional to the force. Okay. And inversely proportional to square of the distance between them. This is the square of the distance. Okay, inversely proportional to the force. So it is in the denominator, therefore inversely proportional to the force. So it can be written like this. So where K is called a proportionality constant and a constant value we will come across in the subsequent aspect. Okay, this is the first aspect. So Coulomb's law states that the force is the electrostatic force is directly proportional to the product of the charges and inversely proportional to square of the distance between them. Then second aspect. R12 cap is directing from the first charge to the second charge. Similarly, R21 cap is directing from the second charge to the first charge. Hence, as I told you already, this R12, R21, whatever it is, the distance between them is just 5 centimeters, I told you. So therefore, both are equal. R12, R21, both are equal. But when we come to the vector notation, okay, it is one opposite to the other. So the negative sign indicates that R12 cap is opposite to R21 cap. Then the third aspect. From the formula 1, this is a formula 1. From the formula 1, the value of K, that is proportionality constant, is 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0. This is called epsilon 0. So the value, when we substitute the value of 4 is 4, then pi is 3.14, epsilon 0 is 8.85 into 10 power minus 12. So multiplying all these factors, then putting in the denominator, then taking the reciprocal, then we will get 9 into 10 to the power 9 Newton meter square Coulomb power minus 2. So this may come in one word. The value of epsilon naught, permittivity of the free space. What is the meaning of permittivity? Which means the allowability. The charges, two charges are there. These two charges are separated by a distance in vacuum or free space, I told you. So that free space, the free space value is this much. So you can insert some dielectric medium. So when we insert a dielectric medium, automatically the proportionality constant, the denominator value will change. So that we will see in the later aspect. Now the fourth aspect, if Q1 is equal to 1 Coulomb and Q2, the second charge, is equal to 1 Coulomb and the distance between the two charges is 1 meter, then in that case when we substitute in the formula modulus of F vector, so here we need not talk about the F vector, therefore we go for modulus. So modulus of F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 Q2 by R square. Now we substitute the values for Q1, Q2 and R. Now look at this here. Q1 1, Q2 1 Coulomb and then the distance between them 1 meter square. So everything will be cancelled here. So the remaining part 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 will come. So we are substituting all these value. Finally we will get, already we have seen in the third aspect. So the value of a force F is equal to this much Newton. This is the huge quantity, which means 1 million ton. The force value is 1 million ton Newton. 1 million ton. So we never come across this sort of force between the two charges. இந்த மாதிரி சார்ஜஸ்க்கு இவ்வளோ அதிகமான ஃபோர்ஸ் வந்து நம்ம வந்து எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் பண்ணது கிடையாது, ப்ராக்டிக்கலாக நம்ம பார்த்ததும் கிடையாது. So in our day-to-day life, we come across microcoulomb and nanocoulomb. So micro means 10 power minus 6. அப்போ 10 power minus 6 அப்படின்றது 1 போட்டு 10 lakhs, அதாவது 10 lakhs ஒரு ஆப்பிள் எடுத்து 10 லட்சம் டைம்ஸ் வந்து டிவைட் பண்ணி அதில் ஒரு பார்ட் துண்டு எடுத்தால் எவ்வளோ இருக்குமோ அதான் மைக்ரோன்னு சொல்லுவோம். ஸோ நானோ அப்படின்றது வந்து 100 டைம்ஸ் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி போட்டுக்கணும். ஸோ therefore this is nanocoulomb, this is microcoulomb. The fourth aspect is over. Now fifth aspect. In vacuum, the Coulomb force is F21 vector is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 Q2 by R square R12 cap. Then now look at this. This is the charge Q1. This charge is Q2. There we are directing from the first charge to the second charge. Therefore, the force is the direction. The portion is vacuum. So between the two charges, vacuum is there or free space is there. In the presence of dielectric medium. So if vacuum is there, this is the formula. In the presence of dielectric medium, look at this, the formula, how it will change. So everything will be same, only this part will change. That is, in the place of epsilon 0, you will have epsilon. So where epsilon is equal to epsilon 0, epsilon r. So in this case, epsilon r is also there, but it is not visible because the value of epsilon r is 1 for air or vacuum. So here the value of epsilon r is 1 and therefore it is not visible there. So we are not putting that value. So here epsilon means epsilon 0 is also there, epsilon r is also there. So epsilon means permittivity of the medium, epsilon r means relative permittivity of the medium. Now the sixth aspect is difference between the Newton's law of gravitational force and Coulomb's law of charges. Now Newton's law, this is Coulomb's law. Now look at this, Newton's law almost the formula wise is same like Coulomb's law. Here force is directly proportional to the product of the masses. Here the force is directly proportional to the product of the charges. Here force is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. That means the distance between the two heavenly bodies. But here the force is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them, the distance between the two charges. So here as far as gravitational force is concerned, it is only attractive, and here electrostatic force is concerned, it is only it has both repulsive and as well as attractive. For like charges the force is repulsive, for unlike charges the force is attractive. Then the value of G in gravitational force is G is equal to 6.626 into 10 power minus 11 Newton meter square kilogram power minus 2. This is called gravitational constant. Then value of K is equal to 9 into 10 power 9 Newton meter square coulomb power minus 2. So when we compare the value of K and G, K is very greater than the value of G. So this has to be noted. Now Fq, in the same way, the force between the two charges is very much greater than the force between the two heavenly bodies. Then gravitational force independent of the medium. So it doesn't depend upon the medium. Whatever it may be the medium between the two masses, so it will not affect. So it depends upon the nature of the medium. So what type of medium you are inserting between the two charges depends on that, the value of force will differ. Then gravitational force, same for two masses at rest or in motion. Masses may be at rest or masses may be in motion. The gravitational force will be the same. As far as charges are concerned, if charges are in motion, Lorentz force comes into play in addition to Coulomb force. So when charges are at rest, only Coulomb force will be there. When charges are in motion, Lorentz force will also be included along with the Coulomb force. Now let us pass on to the seventh aspect. F21 vector as well as F12 vector, both are magnitude wise equal but opposite to each other. Similar to this value, that is R1 cap is equal to R2 cap, but both are equal magnitude wise but opposite to each other. Then eighth aspect, the expression for Coulomb force is only for 2-point charges. That's all video part 1. Now this is the evaluation part 2. I will send this part by PDF. Thank you.